So meet our boy Tamahiko, the official CEO of I Live Alone and Hate Everything. Dude's family literally dropped him like an old iPhone. You're broken by Skull. He's living solo, growing mold and sadness, when one day his dad, the absolute MVP of bad parenting, decides to fix his loneliness by buying him a girl. Yes, buying a girl because apparently therapy didn't exist in the Taisho era. One snowy night, a sweet girl named Yuzuki shows up at Tamahiko's doorstep like, "Hi, I'm your new emotional support human." Tamahiko, being the awkward raccoon that he is, freaks out but still covers her with a blanket like he's suddenly the gentleman of the year. Next morning, Yuzuki wakes up at 6 a.m. and basically becomes a one-woman cleaning army. She's scrubbing floors, cooking food, probably paying taxes too. Thus she starts cleaning Tamahiko's face. Girls out here like, "Your skin needs help, sir." She stares at his dark circles like, "Wow, this man hasn't slept since 1902. Loudly crying face Tamahiko's like, "Bro, stop. I'm fine." But Yuzuki doesn't care. She's built different. By noon, Tamahiko's had enough and goes to take a bath and BM. Yuzuki walks in. Girl just straight up enters like it's a co-op mission. "I'm here to help." Tamahiko's brain crashes. "Ma'am, no, please." Skull. He tells her to leave, but she's too wholesome to get it, so he distracts her by asking what annoys her. She says, "My hair." Bro starts laughing, trying to flirt, and ends up getting yeeted out of the room. "Bro got rejected faster than my Wi-Fi." Later, Yuzuki remembers when she told her school friends she's quitting school because her parents are literally selling her. Yup, just casual human trafficking, 1910s edition. But Yuzuki, being the ultimate cinnamon roll, says, "I'll still be kind to whoever buys me. Girl, blink twice if you need help." Tamahiko can't sleep because, surprise, trauma playlist is on repeat. Yuzuki sneaks in, lights a fire, and gives him hot milk like the world's kindest therapist. He's still mad though. Then she sings him a lullaby and pats his head. Bro goes from, "Leave me alone," to, "Wait, this is nice." He finally asks, "Why are you being so nice to me?" And she goes, "Because your dad bought me for 100 yen, and you were the only one who didn't treat me like trash." Then she calmly asks, "Can I sleep beside you?" And Tamahiko's CPU overheats. Before he can answer, she just moves her futon next to his and goes, "Good night." Man's lying there like a statue, praying to the anime gods not to move an inch. Morning comes. First thing Tamahiko sees, Yuzuki smiling at him with soup in hand. She wishes him Happy New Year, and bro's heart literally skips like 3 frames. He starts thinking, "Can I love her the way she loves me?" "Buddy, the bar is on the floor. Just try." Later that day, Tamahiko goes for another bath, and of course, Yuzuki's already in there. "Girl, this ain't Rent-A-Girlfriend, calm down." He runs out screaming. She apologizes, and he goes, "It's fine. I didn't see anything. Too much steam." Bro's lying harder than my school attendance sheet. Skull. Then a guard brings a letter from Tamahiko's dad, and it's not a, "How are you, son?" letter. It's a, "You're dead to US" special edition. Dad basically writes, "Your sister's getting married, and you're such a disappointment that we told everyone you're dead." Tamahiko emotional.exe stopped working. He locks himself in his room, goes full depression speedrun. Yuzuki knocks, he ignores. Next day, she brings fruit, finds him feverish. She takes care of him, wipes his forehead, gives him medicine. He finally breaks down and says, "My family never cared for me. Maybe I should just die." Yuzuki, "Excuse me? You better not start that emo nonsense again." She scolds him gently, tells him to calm down, and comforts him till he falls asleep. Girl literally gave him a therapy session for free. Later, Tamahiko wakes up and sees Yuzuki changed clothes because he cried all over her last outfit. Skull. He feels guilty, decides she deserves a new dress, and takes her to the city. Bad idea. Man has social anxiety deluxe edition. But Yuzuki's having the time of her life, jumping between shops like a kid in Candyland. She picks out pretty things and goes, "Will you buy it if I like it?" Tamahiko, pretending to be rich, says, "Sure." "Bro, you got 10 yen in your wallet, calm down." After shopping, They grab ice cream. Yuzuki tries to feed him. Tamahiko panics, like he just got proposed to. Smoothness level 0. On the train home, Yuzuki drops a bomb. I told my parents I'm dead. Tamahiko. H-U-H? Yuzuki smiles. Because now I'm starting my new life. Bro-s like, okay, but maybe chill with the dramatics. A month later, Yuzuki makes her own dress and looks gorgeous. Tamahiko can't stop staring, and Yuzuki knows that she teases him until Skull, his sister Tamako, walks in like a raid boss. Tamako. This is our family house too, you know? Tamahiko. Girl, I live here now. Tamako. You're dead to us, remember? So technically you don't live anywhere. Damn, family roast speedrun. But even Tamako melts a little seeing Yuzuki's cuteness. Our sad boy Aw, she's adorable, like a doll. Yuzuki smiles innocently. Tamahiko dies inside. Tamako claims the prettiest room with a garden view, because of course she does. Yuzuki, being the literal angel she is, hauls all of Tamako's luggage with a smile. Meanwhile, Tamahiko whispers sorry to Yuzuki for his sister's royal-level attitude, but the princess herself struts in like, Yuzuki, bring my dinner to my room. Translation. Peasant, serve me. Tamako refuses to even look at her brother, still mad the family had to tell society he'd died. Peak sibling bonding. Next day, Yuzuki drags Tamahiko out for some fresh air therapy. She drinks spring water with her hands and says, try it. He awkwardly splashes around with his one good arm, fails miserably. So she holds her hands out and lets him drink from her palms. He blushes. She blushes. AOI's, what kinda historical romance is this? They laugh, play, and Tamahiko finally realizes, wow, she's literally the sparkle emoji in my depressing life. Back home, Yuzuki makes caramel candies for Tamahiko so he can snack while reading. Tamako watches from afar, 50% jealous, 50% impressed, 100% salty. Yuzuki sweetly offers her a candy. Tamako yeets it to the floor like, calories equals weakness. Skull at night, thunder crashes. Tamako, terrified, tiptoes to Yuzuki's room, but freezes outside the door. Door opens. Yuzuki. You good? Tamako, pretending to be tough. Bathroom, but I'm scared. So Yuzuki escorts her, helps her bathe, then they decide to sleep in the same room. Tamako remembers getting expelled from school and why their dad dislikes her. Instant trauma bonding unlocked. They talk all night and become friends. Morning, Tamahiko walks in, sees them cooking together like besties, nearly drops his soul. Yuzuki made snacks. Tamako literally shoves him out of the kitchen. Bro's like, I live here, right? Later, Yuzuki suddenly faints straight into Tamahiko's arms. Romance, but make it medical emergency. She apologizes for hurting his injured arm, then faints again. Tamahiko panics. Tamako rushes in, carries Yuzuki like a pro, and calls the doctor. Doctor arrives, checks Yuzuki, and goes, she's overworked. Let her rest. Also adds, Tamako, maybe try being nicer. Tamako, internal screaming. She kicks the doctor out. We'll handle it ourselves. Big. I don't need no man. Energy. While Tamako bathes, Tamahiko sneaks in to check on Yuzuki. She's trembling in pain, her hand bleeding from overwork. He bandages her, whispering apologies for making her do too much, then drops the bomb. Maybe we should end our engagement. Yuzuki wakes, hugs him, basically says, shut up and love me. You tell him, Queen. Next morning, Tamako declares, I'm leaving to become a doctor. Both, astonished face, she explains she's always wanted it, seeing Yuzuki sick reignited that dream. Tamahiko thanks her for being there. Then Yuzuki drags in 3 futons. Tonight we all sleep together. SFW, Relax weaves face with tears of joy. When Tamako falls asleep, Tamahiko sits near her, whispers good luck wishes, apologizes for not being there for her. She later teases him. Next time talk to me only when I'm awake, dummy. Turns out she heard everything. Next morning at the station, they send Tamako off. She waves, smiling, total glow-up moment. Afterward, Yuzuki tells Tamahiko she wants to visit the village to buy supplies. He instantly remembers the doctor's words, let her rest, and panics. But when she leaves, he obviously follows, like a worried puppy. And thus, The next adventure begins. So Yuzuki smells perfume in the room and thinks, aha, intruder energy. Tamahiko tries to distract her by talking up his book card, romantic bookmark levels, but then realizes, oh snap, the thief also nicked his wallet and the card. Plot clicks into place. He bolts after the girl like a man who just realized his Anki cards are missing. He catches up to her house and discovers a grim reality. The girl's dad forces her to steal. When she didn't hand over enough loot, he beats her and her brothers and takes even the tiny wallet. Tamahiko watching this? PTSD flashback montage. He goes home exhausted, emotionally taxed, and collapses into bed. Yuzuki tries to comfort him, but he just sleeps it off. Next, he knocks. Nobody answers. Sneaks round back and finds the girl bathing. She scolds him for barging in, fair, and acts surprised when he mentions the stolen wallet. Girl plays confused like it's a magic trick. Her little brother appears math problem locked and buffering. She says, if you want your book card back, help him with his math. Tamahiko sighs and becomes homeroom Tamahiko. Teaches the boys all day. When he finally asks for his card back, the girl's dad shows up, scolds him, and she tells him to leave drama. He trudges home, tired and walletless. Next morning the girl's back chatting with Yuzuki, praising her for living with Tamahiko. Awkward compliment number 1. Yuzuki recognizes the perfume, confirmation that this is the same girl. The thief tries to flirt and tells Tamahiko he should make Yuzuki his girlfriend. Bold. Tamahiko tries to grab the book card. It slips and falls. Yuzuki picks it up then rips it in half, crying, to show she trusts Tamahiko, not things. Mike, emotionally dropped. Tamahiko retrieves the torn card, brings it to his room, and tries to tape it back together like a man literally trying to mend his life. Tamako calls to nag him for oversleeping, wishes him happy birthday, and then drops a truth bomb. The flower on that book card is a secret language. It means Yuzuki wants him to figure out her feelings on his own. Tamahiko immediately spirals into I'm too dumb for romance mode, stares at the card until he dozes off, and wakes to Yuzuki asking about it. He explains he wanted to reconnect the flower, and she apologizes for making him worry. He apologizes for being a walking storm cloud. Forgiveness exchanged, cuteness restored. A few days later the girl and her brothers return for tutoring. Tamahiko hesitates, but Yuzuki nudges him. He agrees. More kids show up. Tamahiko's mini-class grows into a tiny chaos of eager pupils. The thief girl brings snacks, and even tries to stir drama by asking Yuzuki what she thinks about the "make him your boyfriend" idea. Yuzuki gets a little upset, but still calls the girl her big sister. Friendship equals complicated but forming. On New Year's Eve, Tamahiko helps for a bit, yawns, and falls asleep. Later he finds Yuzuki outside under the stars, so he covers her with his blanket, awkward but wholesome. Yuzuki confesses she's 15 now, and has been thinking about their future. Tamahiko suddenly realizes something huge. He loves her, but he can't marry her right now. He wants to study, so he won't drag her down. He's applied to go to high school. No answer yet. Yuzuki grabs his hand and says, I'll always be with you. Cue the ah emoji in real life. The boy who used to be tutor tells Tamahiko he's going to Tokyo to earn money for his family. Adulting incoming. They say goodbye. Tamahiko gets a knock at the door. It's the girl who was worried about her missing brother earlier. He discovers the brother had been sleeping in the storeroom. The kid cries that he doesn't want to leave his family. Tamahiko gives him a pep talk. Go to Tokyo, earn, then bring everyone over. Kid is reassured, hugs all around. Wholesome city planning. At the station, Yuzuki gives the kid candies, and everyone promises to reunite in Tokyo someday. Tamahiko then receives an earth-shattering letter. His uncle says Tamako told him Tamahiko wants to go to high school, and the uncle will fully support him. Tamahiko flips, starts studying day and night like he's got a scholarship to become a functioning adult. Kids and Yuzuki drag him to a concert by famous singer Katori. On his first day at school, a new student appears, Hikaru, Katori's brother. Instant popularity. Tamahiko, of course, is socially penalized because he arrives late and the whole class blames him. He eats lunch and cries. Hikaru makes fun of his drawing, teacher punishes them, They have to sketch each other. Cute rivalry begins. Hikaru visits Tamahiko's home, praises Yuzuki, and they bond. Katori's sister wants to write a love song inspired by Yuzuki and Tamahiko's story. Yuzuki becomes muse. Hikaru reveals he lost his voice for years and is insecure now that his sister's famous. But he eventually performs and slays the stage. Tears and reunions happen. Summer vacation kicks off with everyone more connected. Yuzuki gets a letter from Dori. Dori's getting married. Yuzuki wants to go to Tokyo to see her friend. Tamahiko worries, but lets her go. She's independent, and he says so. Meanwhile, Tamahiko is teaching kids and missing Yuzuki. An earthquake hits. The village is damaged. Tamahiko tries to help, but villagers bluntly say he's useless. Ouch. Then a cat delivers him a letter, because of course. The letter says Yuzuki's safe and made scars. Tamahiko realizes he loves her and storms toward the thief girl and her siblings. Together they rally locals, turn his house into a makeshift aid hub, and head into the ruined city shouting Yuzuki's name like a broken megaphone. He sees a silhouette, screams Yuzuki, and then blacks out because trauma is dramatic. Wakes up next to his uncle, who says finding Yuzuki in that mess will be tough. But then miracle, they find her. Tamahiko carries Yuzuki to the hospital like a dramatic rescue montage. She wakes, asks about the kids who helped her first, queen priorities, and everyone cries happy tears. Tamahiko's dad and sister show up, but the uncle tells them off for treating Tamahiko and Tamako badly. Redemption for the siblings? Beginning. They stay in Tokyo a few days while Yuzuki heals. When they return to the village, Yuzuki throws Tamahiko a belated birthday party, and they go pray together. Yuzuki starts to tell Tamahiko something deep, and that's where this chunk ends, with strings swelling and the hard music